Hello, hello, hello. How are you doing? Welcome to the show. Welcome to the channel. This is Tall Man Tarot. Yeah, yeah. If you've already subscribed, I'm gonna say thank you to you first because I love all of y'all. Subscribe, and I'll tell you I love you too. I promise. But yeah, welcome. They just told me to stop right there. Let's get into these messages. Like again, I said, welcome if you're new. Welcome. I don't know if I said that, but we're here. You are a truth seeker. I want to run this in a line. A truth seeker. What did that say? But you're clinging to the past. You were overcommitted to the past. But you couldn't find a resolution. Resolution to what? Okay, this is the energy of you kept going through things and couldn't find a resolution. So it's not showing me that this is a relationship yet, right? But this is definitely telling me that you couldn't find a resolution. So basically you were in something and something kept happening to you, and if the feel of it is you kept trying to find a resolution so that you didn't have to keep going through the same repetitive thing over and over again, but you couldn't. But you were overcommitted to going through that, trying to find the truth. Mm. Mm. You were fighting your dreams and desires, teeter-tottering with your discernment and your dreams and desires. So basically holding on to something even when it challenged your discernment, you kept fighting because of your dreams and desires. So the thing that kept happening to you was alerting your discernment, but due to your dreams and desires, you kept forging through it. You kept going. And even though nothing was going anywhere, you continued to forge forward. Huh. Sounds familiar. Yep. And this was a relationship, a love relationship. It's now over, whatever it was. You were with someone, you were misaligned. You were misaligned. You wanted something more than somebody else did. And you wouldn't give up. And so you were in Nine of Wands energy constantly. Like you were constantly going through shit over and over again. But you kept trying to like find a solution and find out the truth about what was going on with something. And you were just overcommitted to this relationship. It's not saying anything about the other party, so it's like you were pretty much in this by yourself. There was no action happening. You even went through creative blocks. And I keep hearing we should be doing this by now, but we're stuck here. So it's like, ooh, yeah. This feels like someone gave up on the relationship. I have been through this before where they gave up. Somebody was very dependent and they weren't stepping up to the plate. That's what it is. So you were dealing with someone that didn't have the same wishes as you. They didn't have the same, and they weren't very positive either. They weren't positive at all. They didn't even have, this is like a high vibrational individual and a low vibrational individual. And you want to do all these things, and this other person has like no self-esteem at all. Like they just don't want to do anything. And they're down for the ride. They're down for the party. They're down for the ride. But they're not down to do any work. They had youthful emotions. They were, this person could have been younger than you, water sign. Damn, I almost forgot. What is Pisces, Scorpio? You get it. They're a water sign. My fault. I just blanked out. I'm thinking about so many things, like so many messages rushing in right now. They were down for the party, but they weren't down to do the work. That's the kind of individual that you were in a relationship with. You were misaligned. You were the worker, and they were not the worker at all. They were just down to party. They were down to blow the money. They weren't even down to contribute to the dreaming of things. They were just there. That's fucked up. I feel like this person now, shit, where's this energy again? This person wants to come back and bring, they're inspired now to come back to you and bring some type of offer. They're bringing that rusty ass cup back that's been used up and beat up. They're bringing it back because they want to come out of a Nine of Swords energy. They're suffering from anxiety or whatever. Like they're feeling it for, whatever they did. They're feeling it and they want to come back. And this is, it's how they're looking pretty much right now. They're reminiscing and remembering things that used to be, they're remembering this shit right here. Because this is the energy that you brought into their life. And now, it kind of looks like this. Desolate. You know why? Because they're not fucking builders. That's why. And you were the builder in this situation. And I totally 100% understand the energy in this reading because I went through this same thing where the person talked about how they were a builder and a worker and, and everything was great in the beginning. And once it was time to start building and working, this person fucking became absent. But anytime there was time to celebrate or party or have a good time, this person was fully there, full attention. And now you've left this person with nothing but fucking things to build. They got all the resources that they need to build shit on their own. And now they're like, man, I wish my fucking builder was here because I don't know how to do none of this shit. And this is the energy that they're going through right now. And that's keeping it real. You were the person that knew what to do with all of the wood. You knew what to do with all this. This is great for you. You're like, oh, I could start fresh and build a whole, situation. I can build this from this. And this person fucking was absent the entire time. And they're not a builder. And so now they're stuck. Ooh-wee. Yeah, that's how it is too. Talk shit like you can build, and when it's up to you to build, you can't. That's a liar. That's what it is. Yeah. And they see that you don't have any interest in them anymore because of their dishonesty, right? You have fleeting interest in these people now because they're not workers. They're not what they said that they were, you know? They're just not. And you're determined to move forward. And this is killing this person. Like I said, they're standing there with a whole bunch of damn wood, you know? And it's all because they were a self-centered person. They only cared about what they wanted. They didn't care about what you wanted or care about what you two had planned. I was with a person that was exactly like this. Just a liar, a 100% liar, just lied about everything. And they did not step up to the plate when it was time. And you know what? I had to go. I had to leave the situation because when you bought all the wood, where's that car? Well, you saw it. When you bought all the lumber and you ready to begin building and this person won't pick up a hammer, that's bad news. That's bad news. You can't win with somebody putting a hole in your boat. And they yeah, they're sitting around wondering. They're sitting around wondering. And they're playing off of your like emotional like wisdom. They know that you're the type of person that is like, it looks like helpful, you know, that you'll help someone. And they're hoping that you can come back and build. Oh, my nose just started itching really good. They're hoping that you come back and build because they can't build. And they're just sitting there looking stupid with a pile of wood right now. And that's the truth. That's what's going on right now. They blew it. Are you going to go back, collective? Insecurities. They're sitting in solitude and fucking thinking about everything now. Yeah. They didn't show up. Now all of a sudden, you know, they want to fight for shit now. That's what they want to do. They want to tell you that they're committed and they're ready to fight for everything now. They want to tell you that. They want to tell you that. But it's, you know, it's a lie. You have your own choice, though, you know. Really, they're still going through self-doubt. They're not happy at all. They're fucking sitting there looking crazy. They're having nostalgic moments and shit about when you guys were partying and having a good time and you were building everything and they were just sitting there while you were building everything. They just like to watch you build. That's all that it is. My advice, collective, is go to a match that's equally yoked with you, okay? Find someone that's equally yoked. This was a misalignment, if you can see that. This was a misalignment. Started out like this, where you both had dreams of doing big things together and, you know, all of that shit. And once it was time to start building, you realized it was a misalignment. And that's what this is. This was a lesson. This is a lesson in vibrational match. You can't just be with anybody out here. You have to find your vibrational match. Okay? You really do. Otherwise, you fuck yourself. Definitely. Yeah, it's being called for you to put these distractions behind you and keep building. Whatever it is that you're doing right now, you're paving a new path for yourself. The truth is already out about this person. There's no mystery about who they are. You've already seen who they are, and that's who they are. They're just hoping that you allow them to be who they are again. That's it. They want to ride your coattail. That's exactly what it is. You're done. 9 of Wands in reverse. You're not looking to go through anything else anymore, like any unnecessary bullshit that's going to hurt you, you know? This person has a major inner conflict right now, and they don't know how to make a choice in their life about what they're going to do. That's why they're standing there with that fucking wood. They don't know if they should start building or, you know, they don't know what it is that they want to do. And that's the problem. They've been indecisive this whole entire time. What's making them indecisive is the problem, you know. Take action towards what it is that you're going to do, big dog, big doggy. Yeah, you're moving towards the 10 of Pentacles. Don't waste your time with these people. As a matter of fact, I'm out of this energy. I don't like the way it feels. It takes me back to when I was dealing with somebody that was in the same exact energy. This person that I was dealing with was very. They were everything at first. We were here. We were like this. So much so that I even proposed and married this person. And when I proposed and married this person, after that, it seemed like everything just started to go downhill. This person just completely changed who they were. It's like they couldn't keep up. They couldn't do what they promised. They couldn't do what they had committed to. You know, this was a commitment, and they completely just went south on a commitment. And I built and built and built all alone by myself. This looks like the same story. And all of a sudden I looked up and this person wasn't even there at all. They were just non-existent, and I was doing all of the building. And so I threw all my tools down and left the wood and fucking left. And I was like, okay, well, you go ahead and you build, you do your thing. And that's pretty much how the whole thing ended. And I'm very happy that I did that, because had I stayed in that situation, I never would have gotten an equal give and take. We would have never built together. We would have never been able to get to the achievements that we, sought after when we were in this mind frame right here. This person just completely used me completely. And you have to get out of that quick once you realize that in relationships, that someone is just there and just using you 100%. You have to really acknowledge that and wake up. I'm one of those people that believe that you should do everything for your spouse, right? You should do everything for your girlfriend. You should take care of them. But there are people out there that will totally run you into the fucking ground, and you have to be careful. And so that's the message here. Be careful, because there are people that are out here that are like this, and they look to completely take advantage of you if you allow them to. And they're circling back to see if you're going to allow them to again. And so, yeah, good luck to you. Good luck to you all. I love you all. And I'll see you in the next video. Peace.